Hey, sofrito lovers, this is Ben Ramos bringing you another mukbang from my palatial home here in the Northwest Bronx. I was going to say colossal and palatial home here in the Northwest Bronx. The Bronx is the home of hip hop and salsa. I am bringing you some pasta, some homemade mushroom and marsala wine bake. A delicious pasta, homemade from this weekend. Sunday night dinner can also be Wednesday night dinner. Sofrito lovers, let's get into it. Hay hambre. Rotini pasta, not shiitake actually, cremini mushrooms, I think they're called, cremini. I was supposed to get shiitake, but I couldn't find good looking shiitake, so I replaced it with white cap mushrooms. It's a little gray, let's be real, but you know, whenever you cook with mushrooms, they tend to turn gray and make everything around it gray. So again, two types of mushrooms, some onions, marsala wine, some mozzarella cheese, some Parmesan cheese. This is a vegetarian meal, okay? Look. Ooh, there was a little bit of a cheese pull. Oh my God, I'm such a mukbanger. Look, a cheese pull. All props to the chef, and that's me. All props to the chef. Oh my God, que rico. Me quedó rico. So good, so good. It's a vegetarian dish that I improved upon by putting ground turkey in it. All the vegetarians hate me whenever I say that. Or the vegans. When I say, oh, I took this amazing vegan lasagna and made it better with bacon, they all get mad at me. I've been accused of cultural culinary appropriation, you know, or that I'm halting or manipulating, or what was it that they said, that I'm the participation in the destruction or declination of vegan vegetarian culture by taking vegan vegetarian recipes and adding meat. Listen, this is food. Food is art. Food is a craft. It can be practiced by anyone, and it can be approved upon, tweaked in any way. If I take a delicious vegetarian bake and add some ground turkey to it, listen, yo puedo. I can. So good. This only had 1 cup of wine, but the flavor, that marsala wine is amazing. Ay, ay, ay. So good. Sofrito lover is so good. Yep. Ben Ramos mukbang. Dropping the food everywhere. Oh. Sofrito lovers, I hope you're doing well. Happy Chinese New Year. Happy Lunar New Year. Today was a day off from work. Hallelujah. Not only am I dropping the food, but then I'm spitting it right out. The year of the snake, which makes sense. We've got a snake in office, so all kind of lines up correctly, doesn't it? Yeah. I'm not gonna get too political on here, but it's only been about a week and a half since a certain someone's inauguration, and this year feels like it's only been a week and a half, yet it feels like a full year already, right? Right? It feels like it's been a full year. Listen, happy year of the snake. Happy Lunar New Year. Ay, ay, ay. Just, sofrito lovers. Ay, ay, ay. I've been experimenting in the kitchen a little bit. Last week, I made that Filipino pork stew. This is a vegetarian recipe. I have been thinking, I can't believe I'm saying this out loud. I have been thinking about vegetarianism a lot. I have been. I've been thinking, I have been thinking about the idea of having more meatless meals for my health. Listen, I am a born and bred and I will die a carnivore. But a lot of the science, a lot of the doctors, a lot of the homeopaths, a lot of all the people involved in some way or another in health and medicine have said that it's not a bad idea to have a couple of meatless meals. And, you know, I read all those food magazines, Food and Wine, Food Channel magazine, Bon Appetit, you know, Health and Eating, Eating Well, all these, you know, foodie, food person magazines. And the idea of a couple of, you know, meatless meals is not a bad idea. There are a lot of people who do like meatless snacks, meatless breakfasts, vegetarian lunches, you know, and it's good for your health. And y'all know I'm diabetic and I do have some hypertension. And, you know, it would not kill me to maybe, you know, have some more vegetarian lunches, maybe some vegetarian breakfasts, maybe some of my snacks could be vegetarian. I could see the snacks and breakfasts working for me. In the morning, I don't wake up with a lot of hunger. I just don't. And I have to admit, there are a lot of breakfast times where I just wake up and I have a piece of fruit, or I have like a breakfast biscuit, you know, those Belvitas, those things that are fiber that are meant to be eaten at breakfast time. I'll have that and it won't have any cheese, any protein, any meat, and I get along with that fine. And there are times when my snacks in the middle of the day, you know, are kind of meatless too. So I've been thinking more about it because in a way I'm already kind of there. It's just not intentional. I've just been doing it. But now I'm thinking about being more intentional about it, which means that, you know, on my weekends or on my time off, making sure that this breakfast is meatless or that this snack time is plant-based. And there have been occasional lunches, though. I'm sorry, my lunches and my dinners need to have meat. I'm sorry. I'm not going completely off the deep end, pero lo estoy pensando, you know, I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it as I took a vegetarian recipe and improved upon it with ground turkey. It is okay to have contradictions. It is normal and healthy. I would even argue healthy, yeah, normal, for there to be some contradictions here and there. But yeah, just doing it for my health, and maybe I'll lose a little bit of weight, and that's always good for the diabetes and always good for the hypertension. And I'm getting up there, guys. Today is what, the 29th? A month ago yesterday, I turned 28. And, you know, I'm getting older. And I gotta take care of this panza. I gotta take care of the stomach and make sure that I'm okay. But yeah, maybe it's not just completely meatless. Maybe I should think about vegan, you know, breakfasts and vegan snacks. I don't know. Maybe my lunches can be plant-based completely. You know, have one of those meat substitutes. I'm not against a lot, you know, things have changed in the meatless world. I mean, 10, 15 years ago, all this fake meat and all that tasted hideous. All these soy-based products were horrendous. Excuse me. Now, some of the meatless Impossible stuff is getting better. I would just say, like, even 5 years ago, that Impossible stuff tasted horrendous. 5 years later, it's tasting a little bit better. So things are being improved upon. So maybe some of my lunches can be meatless. I'll eat a meat substitute. You know, vamos a ver. Vamos a ver. I gotta think about it. I want to be here. I just turned 28. I want to be around for another 28 years. So just thinking about it. Because again, circling back, I do kind of do it a little bit. I will admit, now that I'm thinking about it, a lot of my breakfasts and snacks tend to be meatless anyway. Unintentionally. Maybe I can, it's just that as a diabetic, when I just eat carbs, it hits me harder in my blood sugar if it's just the carbs that I eat. If I eat carbs with a protein like meat, especially a protein source like meat, it helps with the digestion and it helps with the distribution, and it doesn't spike my blood sugar as badly. And though my doctors have said, listen, if you can't have meat with the carbs that you're having, have some cheese. The issue is that me and cheese often don't get along. Again, I say this as I eat this filled with Parmesan and mozzarella cheese. But there are times where, for whatever reason, I am self-diagnosing myself. I have zero scientific proof of this, but I think I'm a little lactose. They say everyone is a little lactose. Some of us are, have celiacs and, oh wait, no, that's with gluten. I'm sorry. Is that there's so many food allergies and food issues and food intolerances to keep track of that it's like, it's easy to get them all confused. But they say that most of us are lactose intolerant or lactose sensitive. I'm starting to think that I'm sensitive. Because I swear, there are times when I eat cheese and I'm fine, and other times that I eat cheese, and I think it also depends on which type of cheese and what form the dairy comes in, because not all dairy is universal. I'm thinking of this year taking some of those tests. I want to be proactive about some of this. How am I with gluten? How am I with lactose? My body's changing. I'm 28 now. I am 28 years old. Things are changing. So, even at this age, you can develop food allergies. You can develop food allergies all of your life. It's not something that just happens when you're a kid, But, yeah, I want to see. I'm talking around about everything. I want to test myself with gluten, look at the whole dairy thing. A little bit less meat in the diet. And this is coming from me, that I could eat a whole side of beef by myself. Give me the lamb. I'll eat the bell and the bonnet and the fur. Give me a whole pig. You won't see a whole pig anymore. I'll eat the hooves as well. Pero, maybe the next time I make this, I'll make it, without the ground beef, the ground turkey. It was almost ground beef, but then I said, let me try to be healthy. So I did ground turkey. And also in the recipe, they were like, omit the cheeses, and it's a vegan bake. And they were even saying get vegan cheese and soy cheese and all that. But I was like, no. Let's not go off the deep end. But yeah, I'm thinking about it. We're all thinking about health. It's the beginning of the new year. We're all thinking about health. I know, right? And by next week in February, I won't even be thinking about it at all, as I'm chomping on a chuleta for breakfast. As I'm eating a big cow head for a snack with my apple. All right. So, Frito lovers, as always, it's so wonderful to touch base with you guys. I'm going to finish this little bit. Me quedó tan bueno. Oh my God. I know I'm completely self-serving, completely biased. Pero me quedó bueno. It's really good. So frito lovers, go out there, go have some culinary adventures. Thank you for being with me. Go taste for yourself. Como siempre, mucho, mucho, mucho amor.